Warp Whistle Gaming is brought to you by our amazing patrons over at patreon.com/warpwhistlegaming, including our executive superstar producer Sheldon Benedict, our producers Alexandra Dahlberg and Brandon Sears, and of course the Warp Whistle crew with Make Us Better, Joel Brooks, Cora Moriarty, Gary Gray, Loren Carabin, Colin Burke, and Matt Knight. If you'd like to join the Warp Whistle crew for as little as $1 a month, head over to patreon.com/warpwhistlegaming. Let's get muddy. My name's Mark.
I'm Colin.
And this is level 133 of the Warp Whistle Podcast. All right, Colin, we're a week away from Christmas Eve. The holiday season is upon us.
Yep.
Getting ready for a little bit of time off, play a lot of games, hopefully have some fun with the family. But this week, we have a few different things to talk about, and you have some rumors to start us off with. Why don't we start with that?
All right, so there's a couple of leaks. We talked about some of them already, which didn't happen this weekend like we thought it was going to.
No.
So the first thing, people are still saying that it is true that Dark Souls 1 is in development for the Switch.
Okay.
Don't know if we're going to see it at the next Direct. That's what people are saying now. There was a Bandai Namco event this weekend, but it was like behind closed doors for the press, I think.
Interesting. Because the main rumor that I've been seeing is Nintendo Direct early January.
Yep, and that's part of this rumor.
They've done that before where, like, the week of Christmas or very shortly after, they say, hey, New Year's Day, we are going to have a Nintendo Direct. Tune in. We're going to show you what this year is all about. I could see them doing that again.
Which is a really good idea. Yeah. Well, everyone keeps saying that that's what's going to happen. This is all coming from express.co.uk. I'm just kind of skimming through what they're talking about.
And a closed-door event makes sense right now because over the holidays a lot of press might be off. They don't want to have to scramble. So getting your stories ready today with the an NDA or something like that, locking it until January 1st. Here's what time you can release your stories, here's what you're going to be writing about, here's what we're going to be showing the world, and getting that ready. It makes a lot of sense. Things are lining up. So what else do you have?
So there's more reports saying Burnout Paradise is in works for the Switch.
Ooh, cool.
And then there's also some retail postings that have been taken down since, saying that a remastered version was coming to Xbox One, PS4, and Switch. So
Sweet.
That's supposed to be a really good game. I've never actually played it, but people seem to love that game more than almost any other racing game, I think. Metroid Prime 4 could be in its first trailer revealed at the upcoming Direct. So that's the latest rumors on Metroid Prime 4.
It's literally just making me like wiggle in my seat right now.
You literally are.
Yeah.
So this guy Marcus Sellers, do you know who that is? I don't know who it is, but anyway, he said that a Metroid Prime 4 trailer with gameplay footage will be debuted at the upcoming Nintendo Direct. Also, there are rumors that Metroid Prime 4 will be developed by Bandai Namco.
Okay, interesting.
This will be one of the strong presence of Nintendo at the Bandai Namco event, I guess. I don't know if that was supposed to be on the weekend or what. The first three Metroid Primes were developed by Retro, so this would be kind of weird.
Yeah, but Retro has been really
this Mark Sellers guy has tweeted this as well.
Okay. Yeah, they've been kind of off of the Metroid thing for a while, right? Like the last game was Team Ninja, I think. Who did the
Other M?
Other M. So that was a different team. Retro seems to have moved on to the Donkey Kong series, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Tropical Freeze. I can imagine them saying we did our trilogy, and now we want to do a Donkey Kong trilogy, and I'm fine with that. Give Metroid to, as long as they give it to a capable team that has some good direction and doesn't,
It says here too that Nintendo previously announced in-house producer. This is gonna be bad. Kensuke Tanabe maybe was
Good
heading
try.
up the development team for Metroid Prime 4.
Good.
And he was a co-producer on the original, and then producer on Metroid Prime 2 and 3.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
So that's still, I think it's still in Nintendo's hands, but being developed by Bandai Namco, if it's true.
Yep.
They also, Seller also tweeted out that the trailer gameplay at the Direct, and you'll also see My Nintendo Rewards and online being outlined in detail.
Ooh.
Which would make a lot of sense, because they said it's
Did-
coming early 2018.
Did you see the rewards, My Nintendo rewards for Japan recently?
No.
Switch or not Switch? Phone cases, actual cases for phones. I don't know how many different phones. I'm assuming iPhone and a couple of popular versions of Android phones, maybe some Samsungs or something like that. Most likely.
Probably be Pixel, Nintendo. Pixel, Samsung, and iPhones.
And iPhones. So yeah, it looks. I mean, if physical rewards could start coming back like they did in Club Nintendo. Oddly enough, I was looking at some of my physical Club Nintendo rewards yesterday. I was looking at the pin collection that I got, the statue. Yeah, so there's. I mean, there is precedence for that. I'd love to see that stuff come back for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Any other Bandai Namco rumors?
Nope, that's the end of the rumor thing.
Okay.
For now.
All right. Well, we'll definitely be keeping an eye out over the holidays, and hoping that some of that or all of that is true. Moving on to something that we're playing now. Do you want to go Mudds collection first, or do you want to talk a little bit about the Zelda DLC and our experiences so far?
We'll talk about the Zelda DLC.
Okay. So neither of us have finished the DLC.
No.
I'm gonna say that flat out. So I think it's going to be fairly non-spoilery.
Okay.
Most people know most of what's going on in the DLC anyway. If you want to avoid it altogether completely, tune out for a couple of minutes. But for the most part, like I don't want any story beats spoiled on me.
I won't talk about any of that stuff.
So where are you in the Zelda DLC?
I have one more thing to do. I don't.
Okay.
Without
Alright.
spoiling anything.
Yeah. Sure.
I have one more place to go.
Okay. So, yeah, mild spoilers. You start off on the Great Plateau, and you have to go to 4 new shrines that pop up.
Right.
That's one of the main, let's say, story bits of the DLC.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying they're like you're a little judgmental. What are you feeling so far of this DLC? Is it what you expected, what you wanted,
No.
or is it falling flat for you?
That's pretty okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't. They're calling it like the story-based DLC. I don't find it's very story-based or story-driven at all.
No, where I'm at in the, let's say, story. So I've done those first 4 plateau things. That leads you to a few more quests.
Yep.
That you have to figure out these vague riddles, incredibly vague riddles.
But they give you a little map shots.
They do. So there's that bit. You get tiny little clues of where to go and these obscure little riddles, and you have to go out and find these other places. And then I'm guessing those unlock. Does it actually unlock a cutscene or a little bit of story thing? Because I haven't seen any of those yet.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten 2 of them. I'm just about to get the 3rd one.
I don't know if anyone could hear that. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but Dad is upstairs singing now.
Singing something.
That's
So, I've got 2 cutscenes so far,
okay.
and they're very short. They don't really add to the story much at all.
Gotcha.
It's just like this little tiny cutscene thing, just like a moment actually.
Oh.
A moment that has happened.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm not super impressed with it. It's fine, I guess, but
Do you like some of the additions? Like I enjoyed going off and finding the pieces of gear. So I have every piece of armor, every like the horse armor, everything you can find in this.
I don't have any. I didn't get the new horse armor.
Okay, it's worthwhile.
Oh, I will get it.
You know what it does?
No, I don't
Okay.
use horses ever.
You will now. So do you want me to tell you what the horse armor does? They announced this in the trailer, so I don't think it's too spoilery. If you
guess.
really want to tune out, it's ancient horse armor. Basically lets you teleport your horse to wherever you are. So the button that you usually, down on the control pad, the D-pad, usually calls your horse. As long as it's within range, it will run towards you. This way, it doesn't matter where you are, how far apart your horse is. You press down, and the horse literally just, like, teleports to where you are, just like Link does.
Witcher 3 style.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can call Roach whenever, wherever.
Yeah.
He doesn't use any teleportation devices.
No, this one...
He's just magic, I guess.
No, this one, it's the same thing. It's like exactly like when Link ports himself to somewhere. It does the exact same kind of like you see the blue stuff coming down or whatever, and then the horse just kind of is there. And the armor looks pretty badass. So, paid DLC horse armor. Who thought we'd be happy about that?
Yeah, really.
A lot.
So overall, I am not impressed with it.
Okay.
I'm fine with playing it, but I don't think... Definitely not what I expected or what I wanted from it. I thought we were going to be either going back in time and doing cool things like before Hyrule was destroyed with the Guardians, or playing as each Guardian.
With the champions.
Champions, sorry.
Yeah.
I keep calling them Guardians. Yeah. Those are the bad guys.
They are. I do the same thing all the
time.
Yeah. I kind of expected the same thing as well. I really thought it'd be more diving into the past and playing something either in a new place or a new section of the map or going back in time or something like that. I really thought along the lines of other DLC that we've seen this year. So you see there's a Frozen Wastelands or something like that for Horizon Zero Dawn. Now it's a game I haven't played, and I obviously haven't played the DLC, but I've heard great things about it, and it is a new section of the map.
Yeah, Witcher 3 did that.
Yeah, exactly.
Dark Souls 3 did that twice.
Yeah. So comparing it to that DLC, I really did kind of expect a little bit more. But I was happy with just diving back into the game and just remembering, because I put that game away for a while, and now going back into it, it's like, okay, yeah, I see, and I think it's a smart time to do that, to release this DLC, and it's like, yeah, I remember why this game is the best game I've played all year.
Yeah, kind of like a reminder, like, hey, play this game again just before the year ends.
Yeah. Do you expect a let's say Game of the Year edition, because they won the Game Awards?
Yes.
You expect that with the DLC, with some special stuff?
Nintendo's not usually one to do that, though.
Yeah, because when's the last time Nintendo won a Game of the Year award?
Actually, yeah. Twilight Princess got beat out for best game of the year by Okami at IGN, I remember.
Right.
And they were like, this is a better Zelda game than Twilight Princess.
And I'm
Okami HD just came... remaster just came out.
Yeah, I know. I'm very angry that that's not on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, I'm buying it on PC.
That'd be 2 amazing Zelda games we got this year. That'd be great. Well, anyway, we'll probably check back when we both finish the DLC and give kind of our final thoughts on that. I'll put a big push on it this week. Maybe we'll finish it before the end of the year.
I'm hoping I'll be done tonight.
I'm just about finished Rivali's, and that's the one you're saving for last?
Yeah, I went to him third.
Okay.
But I couldn't find any of the 3 spots on the map.
Okay.
So I just went to Death Mountain.
That's the first one I went to, is Rivali's. So again, with Zelda, that's what I love. We did the first 4 shrines in the exact opposite direction.
Well, what I wanted to do was these in the same order that I did originally, kind of thing.
Okay.
So I did Mifa, then Urbosa. Then I was going to do Rivali, which is what I did originally, but I couldn't be bothered looking anymore. I was like, I don't know what these are.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I went to Death Mountain.
I don't know why I picked the order that I did. And I don't know where I'm going to go next.
That was my reasoning.
Okay. All right. And I don't know where I'm going to go next. Yeah, interesting. All right, well, like I said, we'll check back with that. Join us in our Facebook group or Instagram or Twitter, _WarpWhistle, and let us know what you think of the DLC. Are you overall excited about it? Are you a little let down? Somewhere in the middle? What do you think? Join us there and let us know. Moving on to something that we've both played. I think we both pre-ordered at least. Have you been putting some time into the Mutant Mudds collection?
Yes, but not a whole lot.
Okay.
I beat World 1. Never played Super Challenge, and I played the Block 1 just once today.
Okay. All right.
I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't do a tutorial. Played 3 minutes, and I did really good.
Okay. Sweet. I have finished. I finished Mutant Mudds, the Deluxe, the first game. I'm now on to the challenges you do after. I'm not going to say exactly what they are because there's some stuff there. Anyway, I finished all of the main levels and went back and got the extra stages. So in each stage, if you haven't played any of these games before, there's like a finish line, and you get I don't know, above each door, basically, there's like 3 little crystal things. Water sprites, I think they're representing. So you get the water sprite at the end, and then there's 100 coins in each level that you have to collect, and that gives you an extra one. And then there's a third one that you have to go into a special door within that stage and finish a different level. So there are like special stages within it. So
is there 2 special stages though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are hard to get to. Some of them you cannot get to.
Oh.
Before you get some special powers.
Okay.
Before you finish the game.
That's what I was, because I kept going to World 1-1. Yep. I was like, I can see it. I need to get there. And I tried for about a half hour trying to figure it out. Yep. And I was like, there must be something later. Yeah, there's some, and it doesn't guide you to say that you can't do this. But yeah, when you can't do it, you know, you just you have to just remember it and go back later. And that's what I'm doing now, is going back. And there's some. So as you progress in the game, you can power up your gun, you can power up your jetpack to hover longer, and you can get a super jump that makes you jump very, very high. But you can only pick one of those 3 things at a time. And some of the secret doors require you to use multiple power-ups. So you cannot get those until you finish the game. Oh.
So there you go. Super Challenge is just as frustrating as ever, but
I've never actually
for
played
some
that.
reason I love it. I think you're gonna love this. I think you of all people are gonna love this mode because you like that Mega Man frustrating, crazy style of game.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna excel at Super Challenge.
Hope so.
Yeah.
I saw Jules on NBC and they were talking about it, so I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. What I like about that one is if you get stuck on the first stage, like I did, you can just move on to the second one because all the main stages are open right from the get-go. So you can jump right into World 4 if you want to, or you can do them all in order.
Yeah.
So you know, it's kind of open that way. It's pretty good, and I love the leaderboards because every time I see someone's got a better time than I do, I'm like, I need to go. Beat Bobby's time.
I was trying to go beat the best time in 1-1 yesterday.
Right.
I don't know where I ended up at.
I was
top 50, I think.
No, I think yesterday I was number 11 in the world on the first stage.
First one.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see right now.
Yeah, it's a great collection overall. I don't know if you've seen it on.
No, I'm only number 42.
All right. So can you compare to your friends? See where I'm at? I may have gotten beaten down a little bit.
Yeah, you're number 19 now.
Oh,
Bobby is number 15.
Oh, I gotta do it faster. That's it.
Oh, you guys both got 39. I don't know how you do. I guess I gotta wait till I get stuff at the end.
You need some power-ups.
Yeah, because I was like, I can't do it any faster than I just did it.
Yeah. You need one specific power-up. Really, you can do it. The time I got it before I finished the game. So you only need one specific power-up in order to get that time. But that's
Jules is only number 8.
Yeah, he's been tweeting out like congratulating people as they beat his best scores.
No, maybe not.
Okay.
How does this work? His time is 39.26, but then there's number 1. It says is 38. Sorry,
38. There you go. Math numbers.
Figured it out.
Thanks. Yeah, he's been really funny about it with like congratulating people on Twitter and stuff. Just going on more of the reason that Jules is the best because he's so engaging on Twitter and everything else. I don't know if you saw the review. We have a video review up on YouTube. We have a written and video review up on warpwhistlegaming.com, and I gave the game a 9.5 out of 10. Because the games themselves are incredibly solid. Mutant Mudds alone is literally one of my favorite games, indie games, whatever. I just love that game. Everything is mechanically solid. It's fun to play. I've replayed it and played it again. I just beat it again on another new console. I love this game.
I feel like if I was to make an indie game, it would be similar to Mutant Mudds.
For sure.
But I think, personally, I would go faster, like faster movement.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the only thing I think I would change if I was making a game is moving a little bit faster or having a run button. But I understand why they don't in this game, because they want everything to be so deliberate. They want you to think about things.
Just like Mega Man.
Exactly.
There's
it
no run
forces you to think about things and move at the pace that they want you to. I think it's incredibly clever. And I think as a collection, you can't beat it for the price.
Stupid value.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Pick it up if you haven't, and go check out the review. There's lots of gameplay footage on a review. If you want to see what the game looks like, there's stuff from Mudblock, there's stuff from Super Challenge, and there's stuff from the regular Mutant Mudds. Go check it all out. And it's a fantastic collection. I can't say enough great things about it. If you're looking for something, if you're listening to this a little late and you get some eShop cards for the holidays, this is what to spend it on, basically. I can't think of anything better. Although SteamWorld Heist is coming out Nintendo Switch this week, I think.
There's so much. There's too many stuff. Too many games.
It's ridiculous. Another great game I gave a great review for. Go over again to warpwhistlegaming.com to check out Floor Kids. Have you seen anything on this one?
I saw it in the indie reel, highlight reel long ago.
Right.
I haven't seen anything since.
Okay. So Floor Kids is this like weird combination of rhythm game and fighting game. It's that's the best way I think I can describe it, to be honest. The whole time you're like trying, obviously it's a rhythm game, so you're dancing, and it's a breakdancing game, so you're just kind of timing your button presses and stuff. But the fighting game part comes from throwing out combos. So different button combinations, and you can string things together. You can basically string things together in a way that your score will get higher and better. You'll keep the crowd getting pumped up, and as long as you can keep the string alive, your score is going to get better. There's also a battle mode, which is legit like a fighting game. Like only so it's kind of almost RPG-like, where you take turns. One person goes and then backs off, and then the other person, just like a real dance battle. So,
just like a real dance battle.
The music is by Kid Koala. The art and animation is by John. It's a Canadian team. I love this game. It's awesome. Give it a shot. And again, head over to warpwhistlegaming.com if you want to see some footage and get the review. I gave this one an 8.6 out of 10 because, I don't know, scores are weird. But I really love this game. I think the only thing knocking against this game is it is a rhythm game. Eventually you will get tired of it. But I think there's enough here. There's so much skill to this game. You could literally go through and tap A, B, X, and Y and just tap them and just get along. Mm-hmm. And as long as you can keep a beat, you can do that. And maybe you'll hold down and dance down and then let it go and keep dancing up and whatever. But the more stuff you throw in, the more combos, the more moves that you learn, and keep this move list in your head rather than, like any fighting game, you can pause and look at the move list and all that kind of stuff. But as you get better at it, you can do things like freezing and power moves and just, oh man, it's so deep and so good. I really, cool. really enjoyed this game.
Just so you know, SteamWorld Heist comes out the 28th.
28th, okay.
Yeah, so right after Christmas.
Right after, cool.
That was, I think it was both of our 3DS game of last year.
It was.
Game of the year.
Yeah. So, yeah, great game. Can't wait to see that on Switch. Gonna be good. But yeah, Floor Kids, great. SteamWorld Heist, amazing. And Mutant Mudds Collection, fantastic. So lots of stuff to play there.
See, sort of interrupt, but
yeah, no worries.
Just looking recent releases, Romancing Saga 2. No idea this came out was even coming to Switch.
Yep.
It's a classic.
There's a ton of stuff.
JRPG.
Yep.
I think, anyways. I never played it before.
Yeah,
but I know I've looked at it.
There's so much stuff coming out. One thing that's been out for a while that I actually missed. I'm surprised that I missed it, but you actually played Splatfest. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I played it. It was
Good description.
Sweater. It was. What would you rather receive? I don't know if it's a crappy Christmas present or like lame Christmas present, but you could choose sweater or socks. Sweater was on Pearl side.
Mm-hmm.
Socks was on Marina.
Yep.
So yeah, I played yesterday. I was thinking that I had way more time than I did, so I only got to Sock Defender. I think it's like the 3rd level, or maybe the 4th level.
Okay.
So the results are in. I just checked them as we were starting the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And Sweater won 54%. Of the votes went to Sweater, 54% to 46% for Socks. So I was on the losing side on that one. Then the Splatfest results for solo and team play. Sweater was 51%, Socks was 49%, and that's for solo. And team 52% to 48% for Sweater. So all 3 of them went to Sweater, and I picked the wrong team, and it sucked.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm sorry I missed this Splatfest. I actually meant to get back into it, and completely missed it.
Yep.
3-0
to start. What would you have picked?
Played it all.
You would have picked Sweater.
Probably would have picked Sweater. Yeah. Although, you know what? I actually do want some socks this year because I asked for some like crazy socks. But I did buy myself an awesome Mario sweater last week.
Oh, is that the one I was talking about, where it's like a long sleeve T-shirt from Walmart?
Yep.
Did you see?
It's an actual sweater.
Did you see? Oh, is it? Did you see the Zelda one?
Yes. Yeah. Wasn't there in my size. So.
Cool.
Could not get that one. But so yeah, I mean, I like both, but I bought the sweater for myself and asked for socks. So I wanted some crazy socks. I'm wearing some pretty colorful socks today. Yesterday I was wearing my Darth Vader socks because I went to the new Star Wars movie. It was fantastic, but I'm not going to say anything more about that.
Hearing a lot of mixed things on that movie.
Yeah, I don't know where the mix is coming from. I liked every second of it. Anyway, let's not get into Star Wars because this will be an extra half-hour long podcast, and you haven't seen it yet. So There we go. So Splatfest, there we go. I really need to get back into Splatoon.
Do they do them every month or just whenever?
It's pretty regularly. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they have a specific like it's going to be the second week of every month, but they just kind of
It's definitely the biggest thing that draws me back to that game.
Yeah, for sure. ARMS is getting a big update too before the end of the year, so I'm very curious to go back to that game and spend some time in it.
I'm just kidding. I don't dislike ARMS. I just don't care about it.
Yeah. One last thing. Oh, actually, before we get into the last thing, I wanted to talk about. Did you see the Build-A-Bears that are coming out?
Oh yeah, I actually have a screenshot of one that I want.
Which one's that?
I really should have. If this was out now, I think I would have got this for Jensen.
Oh yeah, with the sweater. So the Super Mario World. Yoshi.
Yeah. And I don't necessarily like the bears in the costumes as much.
Right.
They're fine.
See, I have...
I like this one way better.
Yeah. The only Build-A-Bear thing that I have, I bought it in Ontario, maybe? A few years ago. I'm like probably 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, I don't have any.
I have a monkey dressed like Batman.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And it was actually... So that... I'll tell you how long ago it was. It was when The Dark Knight came out, I believe, is when I got this. I did a trip to Toronto and Niagara Falls. I believe I bought the Build-A-Bear in Niagara. Yeah, so that's my only Build-A-Bear right now. But these Mario ones are pretty tempting.
Yeah, are they out yet or are they coming out?
I think they're coming out. Let me see if I can quickly see something in this story. No, can't see anything. Anyway. If I can find it, I'll let people know. Anyway, that's it. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the Switch selling 10 million units in 9 months.
Yeah,
this is amazing. We've been talking about the games that are coming out and the games that have come out and everything, but this, like, no wonder so many games are coming out because this thing's selling like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Feels so good to be wrong.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Jeez. And I mean, I was optimistic about this thing, but never thought it would sell like this.
No, I was sure this was the death of Nintendo.
For comparison, the Wii U hit the 10 million mark after 2.5 years.
I thought it was longer than that.
No, 2.5 years it took. And their lifetime sales were only 13.56 million, something like that.
That's
ridiculous.
So bad.
Ridiculous. So let's put this into perspective. Let's do a big comparison. So do you want me to go all the way back? PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U? Do you want to look at those sales in 10 months?
Sure.
Okay. So in 10.5 months, the Wii U sold 3.91. The PS3 sold 5.63, and the Xbox 360 sold 5.9 million. Not too bad, but not up to 10 million.
Those are good numbers.
Yep. 7 million Xbox One sales in 10.5 months. So not even close to. Switch did this.
This is really the important stuff. The PS3, Xbox 360 stuff, because that was a different time.
Yeah.
This is current.
Current stuff.
PS4's gotta be close though.
PS4 is 13.5 million in 10.5 months.
Okay.
I don't know if Switch can catch that.
I don't know either.
But
PS4 is such a freak.
It's a powerhouse. But they never, to my knowledge, had as big supply issue as the Switch did.
Right.
You could actually find PS4s regularly.
Good on Sony.
Good on Sony. I mean, you got to give it to Sony for having their supply chain in check, for knowing what the demand was going to be, and for having one of these for every person that wanted to buy one in that first 10 months. Switch, it seems like they finally have it under control, but I mean, I don't know now. Although Sony launched theirs through a holiday season, that may have helped.
Mm-hmm.
These numbers don't yet include a full holiday season for the Switch.
Yeah, you know what? It probably will reach 13.
Well, they want to reach 13 or 14 by the end of the year. I think it was 14 by the end of. Well, no, by the
January 1st.
No, by a year of the Switch's launch.
Oh, okay.
So from
12 months.
1 year, in 12 months, they want to hit. I think it's 14 million, which is just crazy. PS2. I want to go back there for a second, just to put all of this into perspective. 14.95 million worldwide shipments. This isn't exactly sales. Shipments approximately 8 months after its North American release. Yeah. However, that includes 3.52 million sales from 6 months prior in a Japan-only release.
But still,
that is ridiculous.
Also, they had an incredibly bad supply issue as well.
Yes.
At first.
Yeah,
so.
they did. So
I was one of the lucky ones.
Crazy.
To get a PS2.
PS2?
There was 32 of them in Atlantic Canada or something like that.
Yeah, something crazy.
Or maybe it was just Cape Breton Island.
Yeah.
But
you got one.
I got one.
Yep, you did.
Thanks, Mom.
I remember that. That was amazing. Anyway, the Switch is a powerhouse. It is outselling the Xbox One. It is close on the heels of the PS4. It's outselling every last generation console easily. I cannot wait to see what 2018 has for this console. Do you have anything else that you would like to add for today's show?
No.
Okay. Well, let's wrap it up there. I don't know at this point. Let's see. I don't know what our Christmas schedule is going to be like. I don't know if we'll have an episode next Sunday, if we'll have one around then. Maybe we'll do one a little early. Maybe it's going to be late. I'm not sure.
We'll have one either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, I would say.
Probably. Okay.
And we'll do Game of the Year then?
Yeah. We'll do Game of the Year at least before New Year's. So I'd like to have Game of the Year right before the year ends and start the year off looking back at our full Game of the Year. I know most of them have the cutoff of it has to come out November or something. I want Game of the Year to include everything as much as we can. SteamWorld Heist is, I think, going to be the last game that we'll include. We might even do it before then. Who knows? But,
I wouldn't.
It's going to be.
I'm not going to include remakes.
Well, no, I'm not saying.
Not remakes, re-releases.
I'm not saying that it's going to win anyone. I mean, maybe it's like the best remake award or something like that, or
got that Mario
remaster.
Kart 8 Deluxe though.
Yeah, I know. Okay, anyway, you know what I mean. Like that's going to be probably the cutoff game release date as far as I'm concerned. But we will have an episode coming out soon. I don't want to say definitively that it's going to be next Sunday, Christmas Eve.
No, I would say Christmas Day will be easier.
Yeah, probably. We'll both be together for sure. Anyway, hope if we don't talk to you before then, I hope you have a great and safe holiday season. For anyone celebrating Hanukkah, you're celebrating right now. So happy Hanukkah, and we'll see you guys very soon. As always, you can head over to warpwhistlegaming.com and find all our stuff there. We'd love for you to share and rate us on iTunes or any other podcast service, but especially iTunes. It helps us get found. But you can find everything Warp Whistle Gaming over at warpwhistlegaming.com. See ya.
Merry Christmas.